Hey fellow Vault Wearers, it's Angry Tartar, and in this video I want to do something I didn't cover so far, and by that I mean legendary farming. Although I did some farming routes and stuff like that, but I never did the video about legendary farming like everyone is looking for. And what I mean by that is efficiency. There will be fast travel, there will be server hopping, everything to maximize your gain from legendary farming and with minimal requirements. And then we are at Charleston Capitol building. We are starting our farming route in here, and I will be talking about everything I'm doing as I go, just to don't make this video superly long. And do not cut too much of the farming route and running, because it's quite important where we go. And as you can see, what I'm using is a super sledge with a reskin, and there is a reason why I'm using a super sledge and I'm not using my commando build, let's say, for legendary farming. Basically, the super sledge, apart from providing really good damage, it's very loud, and power armor itself is loud as well. As you probably already noticed, I do not need to go wake up the ghouls and check the corners and everything. The ghouls come to me. I just need to occasionally swing the super sledge and they are coming. What cut down the time required to farm the location by a lot, and your special does not affect legendary drops or amount of legendaries that you will get on the way. Then basically there is no reason to go with a stealth if you don't need to. If you have a power armor and you have a good melee two-handed weapon, then that's basically everything you need. You don't really need anything else. And how many legendaries you will get? Oh, that's totally random. You cannot tell if there will be a lot or just a couple of legendaries, because basically it is random. Some run I can have like 3, 4, 3-star, and otherwise there will be like nothing. And it can happen, but as this run is rather quick, it's around 20 minutes, something maybe a little bit over 20 minutes. And this is what you want to aim for. If you plan your route for legendary farming and server hopping or server respawning, then you want your route to be around 20 minutes, a little bit over 20 minutes. This way you do not need a new server. You're going back to the same server and legendaries are respawned. And that's very important. That saves you a lot of work if legendaries are respawned on the same server, and you do not need to look for a new server. You do not need to take care of killing your server if it's your private server and making a new one. You can see I basically get all the ghouls without even exploring all the corners. Now we're jumping to the golf club. It's still a very good place to find some legendaries, usually under-leveled, but that doesn't matter if your aim is scrip and you will be trading with Merma anyway. You can see more or less how I'm walking this route, then I will not be talking too much about which turn take and where, because you can just see it. The point is, you want to make noise. Ricebot is interfering now. You want to kill as many ghouls as possible, and if you need some of this loot, you take it, but the goal is to don't spend too much time looting everything. If your main goal is to farm the legendaries and your time is limited. If your time is unlimited, you just take everything, that's no problem. And why I'm not hitting some of those enemies, that's because I'm focused on carry weight perks to reduce the stabs and just keep going without taking any breaks. But of course you can go for more damage if you will not be picking up anything. That's absolutely fine. And in my case, I just have enough damage like it is with my instigating super sledge. And then we carry on. There was no legendary. The glowing one was there, then it means that's basically nothing left. And here we do the same thing. If you are stealth commando, then you will need to check every single door, but if you are not, you just keep swinging this, and that's basically all you need to do. The ghouls are coming to you. As you can see, I don't need to go for every single ghoul. They're going after me. What means I'm saving a lot on the checking corners, going into every single door, I just run straight. I just peek a little bit into the bigger locations when there's a lot of ghouls to encourage them to go downstairs. And that's about what I need to do. Then the power armor, the advantage of power armor versus stealth, you just do not die. Even if you have... You don't need to be careful, you don't need anything, you will not die. If you have your emergency protocols, you have your blocker, you will not die. And that's very important, because when you die, it's a lost time. You need to respawn, you waste your time, you waste your aid, and then you need to farm aid if you, let's say, need to frequently use Red Away or whatever. Here I'm supposed to smack the car, but I forgot, then I need to get inside a little bit. And sometimes those ghouls will get distracted if there is something attacking the Y-spring gate. But yeah, in that case you will need to chase them a little bit, but usually they will come to you. And no legendaries. And we are going only to the places that have a chance to spawn a legendaries, because if you go and visit places that basically have zero chance to spawn a legendaries, you are just wasting time. Come on. Any legendaries? Oh, it doesn't look like... No, just regular one. And we are not going to chase them anymore in this way. We are going to the garages now. And same, making noise is the key in farming legendaries, especially with ghouls. They will run to you. Oh, and there is a legendary. Then we have 2 legendaries so far. Did I pick it up? No. They interfere sometimes. It's the important look for the stars, because the action is always so fast that you are fine to miss or other kills, but you need to be careful, don't miss anything with the stars if you are farming legendaries. As that's the main point. If you will miss them, then you will miss what you're farming for. Oh, another one. That's very good. And as you can see, I'm visiting only the places with good chance to have a legendaries, and it's my 3rd run on this server. Because usually, what you need to know, usually the first run is the worst one on the server, because some of the enemies will be under-leveled, and some of the enemies will be like a default spawn that have zero chance to be a legendary. Then your first run shouldn't determine if the server is good or not, unless you are on adventure server, and it's quite unlikely that you are the first one, but it's still the possibilities. And now super mutants, it's about the same. It's maybe only the difference that here without the power attack I cannot one-shot them until I stack my adrenaline, but that's my choice. You can obviously do something else than mostly carry weight and quality of life perks, but it helped me speed up my runs, and I'm optimized for the speed with my runs. Like, I'm carrying perks that increase the durability of my weapon rather than damage, and therefore I do not need to fix it, and I'm saving a little bit of time that I will otherwise spend fixing my weapon. But we'll go into the build at the end. And here, as we are at the Westech, it's worth to mention that sometimes the interior cell of the Westech fail to spawn super mutants even if you give it enough time. And enough time is 10 minutes plus after you finish with the location. Luckily, we do have a super mutants. I usually take from them those caps to don't go caps negative, as there is a couple fast travels on this legendary farming route, and this fast travel is required because unfortunately if you go for the time, then you will use fast travel unless you have, I don't know, really slow machine, then maybe fast travel will not be advised, but normally, yeah, fast travel. Fast travel only top locations for the mass enemy spawns and for the legendaries, and all the time I'm using light, I'm using loud weapon, I'm letting those super mutants know where I am, and this saves me so much time on searching for them, like looking for lost super mutants that are hiding who knows where. And even if I will lose one or so, I usually don't go and look for for the missing super mutants. There is small chance that the one hiding super mutant will be legendary, and even if you will spend usually more time than it's worth, then you better off just continue your run. And where is the other one? And even if those are not legendary, I'm killing everything just because I want to have fresh spawns next time I will be back. And I missed something. Yep. Where did they come from? Okay, now. And legendary. You see that speed is the key. It's not like I have super crazy amount of legendaries, but as I'm killing them so fast and I'm visiting so many locations, it's look like I'm getting a lot of legendaries, but I'm getting like 1 legendary per location on average. Then it's not a lot. But still can be worse. Oh, and this one. Can I get him out from this wall? Oh, okay. Good. I was worried that he will get stuck in there. Come on. Gateway they block. Yeah, oh, now I have above average. There's another one. Legendary wise. Yeah, definitely this Westek is above average. It's usually 1 or 2. Okay, and I missed. Yeah, there is something shooting. Where are you? There are you. And we are going for the Hell Room. It's easy with power armor and melee weapon. It's very easy, just open the door and go in. And what else is important? When you farm for the legendaries, what I didn't say yet, apart from the loud weapon, that is always helpful, you need to remember where you are going. Then even if your first run will be slower, just to do some reconnaissance and how the run's supposed to look like, just take your time. Don't always try to go as fast as I go, if you are not used to the locations, especially like Barrows, because we'll be in the Barrows as well. And don't be discouraged if you get lost, it's normal early on. Some locations are pretty complicated and very easy to get lost. I usually know in here where to look for the super mutants, but I still can miss some. It's not like I will always know every single super mutant and exact location. Like, here's some still upstairs. Yeah, there they are. They're usually in the same spots and walking around the same spots. And ghouls are the same, but ghouls walk more and are much more likely to run towards you. Okay, that's it. Now we have a couple more super mutants in National Isolated Radio Array. We just fast travel straight there. I do not care about couple super mutant that is outside of Westek, because this will take more time, and there is just 5 super mutants with a very low chance that one of them will be a legendary. Then running around the Westek just to grab them is usually not worth it for me. Then I go straight in here. There is a chance to have more than 1 legendary. I mean chance. Then quite often can be 0. But every location that has a chance for a legendary you should be checking out. But not too many locations. If there are locations that have very rare enemies, like couple enemies only, and you will need to go out of your way, then it's definitely not worth it. You go where you have a high concentration of enemies, and like in those places with multiple super mutants, with a lot of ghouls, this is always worth it. And even if I'm not getting legendaries on super mutants, they provide me with caps for my fast travel, and oh, and there is a legendary. Yeah, the instigating weapon is not as good if I damage them already, but it's fine. I can hit a couple more times occasionally. And where is the one guy shooting at me? Okay, he came downstairs. Alright. From here, the best way to go is on the roof. You just need to jump on that. And then you go on the roof, and there is usually 2 more super mutants. And another level up. Even though it's not the way to level up as fast as possible, because I'm wearing power armor, but I still have a decent amount of intelligence, what gives me quite a lot of level ups, even though I'm farming for a legendary specifically. And here we run just rather fast, because ghouls will be attacking from the left most of the time. The ghouls, yeah, you can see the ghouls attacking, and one of those ghouls have a chance to be legendary, then it's good to catch them up before the super mutants will get into them. And then we have time to just take care of those super mutants, and after this spot we'll be going to the Barrows. Yep, there is another one. And I heard one more shooting at me. Yep, there it is. And I think this is the last one. And we are going to the Barrows. We are not searching the Harper's Fair because it's too large and too confusing. And we are just going straight into the Barrows. There is much higher concentration of the enemies, and those are ghouls. Ghouls will run towards me. Here we are going straight into the Barrows, but just in case if there will be something glowing green like a legendary spawning, then we'll kill. If not, then we're going straight to the Barrows. And in the Barrows it's the same exercise. You run, you start swinging. This way all the ghouls will be waking up and running towards you. Switch on the light. That's always help them find you a little bit faster. And as they are running towards you, you save so much time. No need to look for the ghouls, they're running. And there is nice group over there. Will help them find me, wake them up. Hello, here I am. And I'm coming. And I don't need to check every single corner. I just go to say hello, and if there is a legendary, then I will loot it, and occasionally I will loot something else as well. But not most of all. If there is a chem dealer, I will definitely loot it. And I have this part cleared. I'm going on the other side just to check if nothing is left. There is usually some more ghouls lying around. Yeah, I do have some. And you see, I'm just swinging when I'm going around. I don't need to check every single corner. That's the most important part. Okay, this is cleared. And we continue. There should be some more. And you can see they just crawling out of all the holes they usually hiding. I don't need to look for them. Just swing a couple times, they will go out. And I got those. And running back through this tube. There is one up there, but he should be jumping down, hopefully. Yeah, he's jumping down, they're coming. Oh, and one is waiting already on me. I usually don't go for the robots in Barrows, because robots have very low chance to spawn as a legendary, and it takes quite a lot of time to actually get those robots down. There's a lot of running there, and low chance of legendaries, but those are gutsies. Then can hurt even me in the power armor. Just keep swinging, and you see, more ghouls are coming. Usually there's a bunch of legendaries. I'm quite unlucky this run, but I was more lucky in Westek than I guess it's fair. You get something in one location, then you will get less in other location. And this swinging, it's not accidental. It's intentional. It's making noise even if you cannot hear it. If weapon is classified as loud, then every swing will be loud for the enemies. They don't care how loudly you can hear the sound. They care what's the code for the weapon, if it's loud or medium or silent. And Super Sledge is loud. Yeah, I think I have it about cleared. Did I miss any ghouls? No. Let's check if I grab all them. Oh, there's a couple more. There's last couple ghouls. And now I cleared it. One more straggler. Now quickly what I pick up. The run is a bit over 20 minutes. I have 1 3-star, 1 1-star, and this instigating death tumble is quite good with power attack damage. I have 1 2-star, 1 1-star, and another 1 2-star. Then it's 1 2 3 4 5 legendary weapons and 2 legendary armor pieces. Then I have 6 legendary items in about 20 minutes farming run. If you are really good with that, you can do even faster. As you know, I'm a little bit slower when I'm talking over what I'm doing. And my weapon that I'm using, probably someone will be interested, it's instigating swing speed with +1 agility, super sledge with a reskin to battle mace. I really like this skin, it's why. And my armor, it's excavator power armor, because it's give me carry weight. Its defense is as good as any other power armor. About perks, no, I don't want to open it now. I'm just using rank 1 slugger perks, 3 cards, and or other stuff is carry weight. Then there is life giver, that's important. That's keep me alive without using any steam packs. And fireproof just in case any explosions. Lone Wounder, that's nice to have. I have Makeshift Warrior to make my weapon last. I have Through Hiker to carry more stuff. Adrenaline, just 1 rank. For farming, it's fine. I have Luck of the Draw to make my weapon last even longer, as I don't need Bloody Mess, I don't need damage. I have Good with Salt. If I'm picking some food to sell later for vendor, then I have it in here. And guys, if you have any questions, please go into the comments section. Let me know if you like this farming route, if you are an experienced player, if you have a better farming route than that, better strategy, but I didn't find anything better than this so far, and it's very fast. And oh, one more important thing I almost forgot to tell you. Before you jump server, you need to fast travel back. Like we are starting at Charleston Capitol building. Before you exit the server to main menu and you go back in, you need to be at the starting point. Otherwise, you cannot respawn some of the enemies in the location you are finishing. They can fail to respawn. Then it's important to go fast travel back first and then go to main menu and back, press the play button. And that is everything at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed this farming video and see you guys in the next one.